The Massachusetts Black Lawyers Association honors 2018 Trailblazer Award recipient Intisar A. Rabb, professor of law and director of the Islamic Legal Studies program at Harvard Law School. A dedicated community servant and an intense legal scholar, Professor Intisar A. Rabb has been aggressive and strategic in advancing her ambitious agenda to transform how the world understands American criminal and comparative law and legal theory. By combining her passion for academic exploration and statutory exposition, Professor Rabb launched the transformative project Sharia Source, a collaborative, interdisciplinary global online portal for sources on Islamic law, past and present. The youngest woman to be tenured on the Harvard Law faculty and one of only a handful of black women to ever serve there, Professor Rabb spent her very early years in Baltimore, not far from the nation's capital, observing the disparity between the then impoverished and crime-ridden neighborhoods of Southeast D.C. and the affluence and power in the Northwest.
It always struck me as a travesty of justice. How can you have such a contrast in the lives of people in a place that's less than 10 square miles large? And how could government or law or whoever was in charge, the authorities, do something to help it? And so I wanted to be one of the people that did something to help solve the situation and to really be thinking in that vein and to teach.
This juxtaposition, seen by Intisar as a travesty and an injustice, fueled her righteous conviction to become a legal practitioner and change the criminal justice system from within. Later, Intisar added academician to the role of public defender and began what would become her life's work. After her studies in Arabic and government at Georgetown University, Professor Rabb would go on to earn her Juris Doctorate from Yale Law School and then a master's and PhD in Near Eastern Studies from Princeton University, conducting research in Egypt, Iran, Morocco, Senegal, and Syria. In addition to her role at Harvard Law School, the young intellectual powerhouse also holds an appointment as a professor of history at Harvard University and as a Susan S. and Kenneth L. Wallach Professor at the Radcliffe Institute for Advanced Study. Professor Rabb speaks frequently as well as advises on issues of American and Islamic legal interpretation and criminal law.
The first book that I wrote on Islamic law was about these three areas: criminal law, Islamic law, and interpretation. It was called Doubt in Islamic Law. It looked at questions of reasonable doubt in Islamic law and why one must always give the benefit of the doubt to a criminal defendant, because we rarely know what happens. And when we're choosing to impose the harshest punishment on a member of our own society, we better be sure that that's warranted, and we can almost never be sure. So there's something about us needing to address how harshly we punish.
In recognition of her expertise, Professor Rabb was invited to the White House 3 times under President Barack Obama and advised the country of Brunei on the creation of its new criminal code. The published author of 3 books and countless articles, book chapters, lectures, papers, and presentations, Professor Rabb is the recipient of several honors, fellowships, and awards, including the prestigious MacArthur Foundation Fellowship, and has received nearly $1 million in funding to support her scholarship. She encourages law students and attorneys alike to lead from a place of authenticity and reject notions that would suggest one cannot be all they are while achieving all they seek to achieve.
Some professors said, you will never get a job doing what you do because this is not a field, it's not something that people will want to hire you for, and so you should change your focus. And from my perspective, and it's something that I would encourage others to think about, if you're not doing what you love and what you're really passionate about, it's not worth doing at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Massachusetts Black Lawyers Association proudly salutes Professor Intisar A. Rabb.